Welcome back to another video, and today guys we'll be customizing the CANIS CASTIGATOR. Now this vehicle is based off the Jeep Avenger and not the Jeep Trackhawk. This is far ways away from being a Trackhawk, maybe a Trailhawk in certain specs, but not a Trackhawk. So Rockstar's still trolling us with this front end. You'd think it's their own spin, but come on guys, Rockstar has been customizing cars to look almost one-to-one with their real-life counterparts since 2 to 3 years now, and the moment they get to the Trackhawk that everyone wants, they just try to do this type of front end. I could already tell that it's not gonna be a Trackhawk. So looking at the customization of this vehicle, fair customization. I'm not sure what's going on with the bumpers. I don't see any reason for a vehicle like this to have a bumper like that, front or back, but nonetheless we'll have full mechanical modifications. Exhausts, oh yeah, I'm not showing you guys. Exhausts aren't too bad. I just don't think something like this should be shooting flames, nor should it be showing an intercooler. Yeah, so we're gonna leave the stock grills in there. Now, oh, okay. I do like the 16 hoods. I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up putting a hood on this thing. Now, I would like some front lights without all the gibberish on there. Not bad. Yes, this is something, that's something I like, but does the lights work? That's the big question. For 13,900, I hope the lights work, honestly. Okay, so headlights, no, we can't trigger them on. I just hope they work. For 13 grand, 14 grand, come on. Okay, so livery, not too bad. And of course, I'm going to do this car. Wow, this is the one you could get. You could get this car with this livery if you complete the bounty hunters thing, like certain checklists in the career section. So if you don't want to buy it, of course, do that. But I'm going to make this thing look similar to like a true enthusiast would have this car looking, set up for trails. Of course it would be like some serious mud bogging, you know, rock climbing monster. Of course not. It's gonna be a car that they take off-road and then they could drive on pavement perfectly fine and just go to work and do the same thing over and over again. So it's nothing too over the top, but it could definitely tell that this car is owned by someone who uses it. So I'm thinking of a more earthly color, leaving the mirrors red because the brake calipers are red. That green is saying something to me. Oh, pick me, I'm sporty. Kind of like what they do in real life. A vehicle like this would have like a off-road or a utility type color on it to influence the buyer that, yeah, this is definitely something I could take off-road. So let's see. I do like the bleach brown. I do like most of these cars. I just not quite sure which one I'm gonna pick. Choices. I should choose brown, shouldn't I? Like some weird spec. Like maybe like the car that couldn't sell at the dealership and then it got transferred to an auction and it finally got sold. Now look at the interior on this thing. It's definitely a day one CANIS interior that you could just add a little bit of colorization to it. So nothing too special, honestly. It is what it is. You could change the seats, which is kind of odd. Why would you change the seats in this? But we will do tuner seats since we have the generic day 0 seats in there. Ooh, roof rack. Ooh, the roof rack is perfect. Oh wow. Lights, don't want to put 2 lights on there just in case if that one's not working on the hood. Okay, so see, like, look at this thing. This is the perfect reason why we need lift kits in Grand Theft Auto. The lowering of vehicles should not be the only option. Not saying that we need to make everything donks, but having more height options for some trucks and some vehicles in the SUVs class or in other classes as well. Now, onto the wing. I'm not quite a fan of the wing. I wouldn't necessarily use this thing in a race on the drive over here. Of course not. So I definitely don't think I'm gonna. Wow, I don't think I'm gonna go with the wing even after I finish this video. But no, because this is something I would use in the race to justify the extra traction. So wheels, and I probably will have to end up lowering the car because the wheels will look weird. Not too bad for that class. Let's try something else before we try the SUVs class, because this is an SUV. No, let's go SUV. Ooh, sunrise. Yeah, I could rock with that look. Okay. I would wrap the car. I would put it in red, but the brake caliper being red, and then the wheel being bronze, and the body color being bronze is too much. So we're just gonna leave it. So yes, we did end up lowering the car, just so the wheels have a more natural look to them. Now, I pretty much drove this thing mostly off camera to give you guys this review. So even though I'm not talking live, I do have a understanding of what this vehicle does in certain situations. Now, in high-speed situations, this vehicle is very squirrely. Now, of course, an SUV with its height is not meant to be taken off, like pushed like high speeds. It's not a supercar. But I'm telling you, in my case, when you push this thing to the limits and you moving your analog sticks a little bit, it seems like a lot. Like I'm just trying to glide over to miss an obstacle or another car. The car will have a tendency to spin out, and if you do spin out, there's no double clutching capabilities in this thing. It is quick, and it does feel exactly how a juiced up economy vehicle would feel. Like a car from maybe like a Dilettante with like extra sound. So it just feels just like that. The car just goes because it has more mods. And I think Rockstar did a solid by this. Yes, not everything, as I said before in a couple of my videos before, right? Well, I just repeated myself. But I said before in earlier videos, Rockstar doesn't need any more HSW, Humanitech vehicles. We need regular vehicles, of course. Everyone shouldn't be driving around fortress-proof, fortress-style vehicles, or simply vehicles just bound for the GTA races and they're itching to get to the highway. No, we need regular vehicles. So stuff that would see like NPCs driving in some type of GTA update. And speaking of GTA, this is definitely gonna be a NPC car in GTA 6. Oh, see? Even though that was a corner, that was my fault. But I can't rely on this vehicle for what I rely on my other performance-related SUVs for. But yes, this vehicle is definitely going to be one of those NPC cars in GTA 6. No problem with that. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting the Avenger to show up. I've actually seen one of these in the US, but it was on a show and display, so the person can't actually drive it. So that's the only reason why I know what this is. So show and display, they tell you everything about the vehicle. Oh, this one's in Europe and some other parts of the world. So if I had to copy that to put it in the list, kind of odd. They could have literally just gave us a Grand Cherokee body style. That's it. But anyway, let's go into the trunk and then close it out. Not bad. Either a V or inline 6. A V4 or an inline 6. Whatever. Basic interior with like upgraded seats. Not too bad of a trunk model. Not too bad. I give it a for effort from Rockstar. They could have done much worse. So now my final thoughts on the vehicle. The vehicle is definitely a car that should win from a podium vehicle wheel spin or a price right car. I wouldn't spend $1.6 million on this. There's way too much cars coming out for me to justify that. So let me know what you think about the Castigator down below in the comment section.